And we are live. Welcome back to the show, guys. This is Dina. And yeah, like, I don't know where to start today. I do not know where to start. Suddenly, a lot of things happened today. And I'm not that surprised, to see things turn out the way they did today. But SEC, may the universe forgive you, because this like one of the group members said, Jax on Discord, it feels more of a personal vendetta. Like I also agree. Like, look, guys, before I get into Bitcoin and tell you guys if I think it's done or not done yet, let's head over to BNB, okay? I don't know if you guys remember that short setup that we were talking about almost a week ago. Problem was, we couldn't take it then since this support held, but I did tell you a few times that if we see any close below this level, okay, below this box, for those who are, if I was to be conservative, short to this level wouldn't be that surprising. Actually, look where we kind of held. This was the second short setup that I had, ready in case this didn't play out the way it should, okay? So look what happened. Like, from this point to this point, it's another, let's just see. It's another 6%, okay? So I had these short setups. I discussed them, I think, probably a week ago, maybe four or 5 days ago, somewhere around these levels, 27th of May or 28th. And I did say that if I see any, like, as long as this support doesn't break, I'm not gonna be thinking about this short setup. But I was thinking about it at the same time because we were in this, ascending wedge, right? And we all know what ascending wedges, tell us. A potential bearish pattern, okay? So I was kind of waiting for this to show, either that we get up here and we get rejected, okay, or this support breaks to the downside, which happened. I'm just gonna remove these because I just wanted to remind you of what we were discussing last time. So let's get back into things. Okay, BNB, SEC, what happened? What happened, right? This is what everybody wants to know. So SEC decided to sue Binance, and a lot of other tokens, one of the biggest names in crypto, are also like in a bit of a problem because SEC is also after these projects apparently. For example, Cosmos, Algo, Kati, and yeah, Algorand is one of the tokens that once upon a time Gary Gensler was kind of for it, and then he was against it. Like, I don't know, he doesn't feel like he knows what he's talking about. Like, really, it doesn't feel like he knows what he's talking about. It's I don't know how he still got his job position. Like, I have no idea. It's unbelievable. And on top of that, the SEC also alleges that Binance issued unregistered securities. Okay, and they're hinting towards BNB and BUSD. So there's a lot of things going on, guys. I made a little summary as much as I could. I just took out some good points from some tweets I saw, and I put it out for you guys on Discord so you guys can follow on what's going on. But things are not looking fine for BNB exchange at the moment. Okay, Binance exchange, excuse me. It's just that all I see is BNB in my mind right now. That's all I'm thinking about, because this one was beautiful. Because yesterday I already told you that it wasn't looking good. Like, for the first time in a long time, this was not looking good. Okay, now you remember that nice divergence that I told you guys that could play out. The first one right now is invalid. Okay, it's because looking at the daily, yeah, first one is invalid. Now that second one still has a chance, as long as we don't get below this level right here. Okay, so that's why we're probably halting, just hovering around these levels at the moment. This is an old support level, major support level, right, that we bounced off last time. But the sell pressure, guys, prior daily candle is bearish. Everything, let me put it this way, I was bearish yesterday on BNB, and I'm still not confident when it comes to the bulls. We'll see how this daily candle closes today. We will see if this support, gets respected. If it does, okay, we might see some good news. If not, then it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. This can continue all the way down to these levels. Like, if $266 does not hold, and I mentioned these levels yesterday, there's a big chance we can come all the way to 250, 235. Okay, big chance. Now the oscillators are bearish. MACD is bearish. RSI is, yeah, it's as low as it was on December of 2022. Oh damn, December 2022. Okay, so it's been a while. We saw the daily RSI on BNB this low. Okay, this low. So nice divergence. First one invalid, second one still exists. That is, if this support holds, we could see a move back up to at least 296, 305-ish dollars. Okay, if it holds, but I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt. 4 hourly, let's see. 4 hourly looks like oversold. Okay, oversold, definitely. Bears bears look a bit exhausted on the 4-hourly, guys. I mean, I know about the sell pressure, I can see it, I see the volume, I see everything, but on the 4-hourly, bears look exhausted, super exhausted. On top of that, we do have some nice divergence actually on the 4-hourly. Let me just double check. Yeah, guys, there's some nice divergence on the 4-hourly. So will this support be respected is the big question. Now we are, think about this, looking at the weekly, one of the weekly support levels, first one is invalid. This is the second weekly support. Okay, so any close below this one on a weekly candle, you can just imagine how this is gonna end up, right? If we see a weekly candle close below this level and it closes anything like this, I mean, we are still in control. Looking at the oscillators and everything, we are still in control. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad before the SEC came and ruined everything. We kind of saw this yesterday. Well, I saw this yesterday and we discussed it on the show, so we can move on, right? For hourly, just bear in mind, looks like the bears are a bit exhausted. I'm not saying they're out, but they are a bit exhausted. Okay, now let's head over to Bitcoin, guys. Bulls, for now, RIP. We broke below critical levels like completely, but we are close to that, daily second support, as you guys can see. But guys, all I'm thinking is the weekly candle. I do not want to see it close below $25,000. Okay, like that level around 25,150, $25,000. Like it's important. Any close below that level, guys, on a weekly candle, like in 6 days, if that happens and there's some follow through, it's not gonna be that good for the bulls. For the bears though, it's nice times. Why? Because there is a high chance, a high probability that we can actually come all the way to these levels, right? Around 22.5, somewhere around these levels is very possible. It is at support, okay? Old resistance on top of that, and also short-term moving average right by it. So any weekly candle close below $25,000, around $25,000, it's most likely to come back down a bit more. Okay, a bit more. So I'm not gonna talk about the oscillators on the weekly. We already know everything was looking bearish yesterday. It's still looking bearish today. Okay, prior daily candle closed pretty much in favor of the bears also. Like look, we could build some positive divergence, we could, but it all depends on if price is, gonna make it around these, like hold around these levels. If it does, we could build. If it doesn't, it's we will see what happens. It's looking, a bit choppy, like a bit sus right now, right? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Maybe there's some better news there, right? At the moment, even on Bitcoin, look guys, we're in oversold territories. Like, we could go lower, but we're definitely, tapping that oversold territory, right? Sell pressure. Yeah, it came. Let's have a look at the hourly oscillators. Negative RSI also was oversold. Like, look, we could see some type. Okay, let me just put it this way. Any close above $26,060, okay, $26,060, there's a greater chance then that we can come back to 26,660-ish, you know, right by this old support, okay? That is possible, but we need to see an hourly candle close at least above 26,060 or 26,100 if one was, you know, a bit more conservative, right? Yeah, MACD is bearish. Everything pretty much still favoring the bears, okay? Still favoring the bears, but I wouldn't be rushing in. I'd give it a bit time to see if this exhaustion that I see from the bears actually is true, okay? Now, if we get back below 25,370-ish, then forget about it, okay? But until then, there could be a chance that this support plays some role in helping the bulls at least push the price back up to that old support level, okay? And then hopefully support doesn't flip to resistance, because if that happens, then you know the deal, okay? But if that doesn't happen, yeah, we could pull back up. We have 6 days to go, guys. 6 days to go. So yeah, we gotta give it time. And on top of that, look at this. Okay, not that one. Remember this? Guess what? This is what I spoke about yesterday. If this doesn't hold, this level doesn't hold around 26,000, you know, 500-ish, there was a high chance that we can come to 25,000, 26,000, like a high chance, like tap, you know, the bottom of this channel. And by the looks of it, we could see the, you know, the bottom of the channel, and that would be around 24.7-ish, right? 24.8-ish. So it's possible around that $25,000 range, okay? In short. So that's Bitcoin. Let's move on. Ethereum was still looking good when I had a look at it earlier. It was still looking fine. Might sound strange, but it's actually still looking fine. Yeah, I know about this, but remember when I said that as long as we're not back within this channel, like, it's okay-ish? At the moment, seems like we're still above it, right? That this one I can remove. It's actually support for a 4-hourly, but okay, look, hold on. I see something beautiful. I see that the bulls are actually trying to do something around these levels. Okay, that old supply line. There seems to be some sort of a demand, because look, we came down. The support kind of failed. We came down, and you see those wicks up right by this old supply line. So something is kind of happening at the moment. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in a few hours, right? If I'm awake, I'm gonna be updating. Well, I will either tweet about it or just, you know, update you guys on Discord. So daily Ethereum, we have our first negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD just turned bearish as well. RSI is below neutral, like it was looking so much better yesterday, but not anymore. On the weekly, it's still looking okay-ish, but guys, look at this. It's curling down. So if we have a bearish MACD, you know, crossover as well, yeah, might not be the best of the best thing, right? Hold on. And by the way, I was discussing something with a friend today, and I was just telling him, like, if we think about it, this is about Bitcoin, okay? If we think about it, just think about it a little bit. The FUD that's going on at the moment with Binance and SEC and all that, Bitcoin is actually fine if you think about it. I mean, we're still above 25k. We're still above 25k. Like, I'm completely gonna change my mind if I see any weekly candle close below 25. Even a daily, it's a bit, you know, it's time to be a bit careful. But after all this FUD today, you'd imagine people will be selling and getting out and so on and so forth. You know, you never know, but it's still fine. It's still above 25k. Like, usually with all this FUD, I mean, you should probably be around 24,000, 23,000, but still above 25k. Then again, that can happen a bit later, right? Okay, so that's that was Ethereum, because there is not much to add. We can have a look at the daily a bit more just to be sure that we're not missing anything. Well, I'm not missing anything. Yeah, okay, there is some positive divergence kind of, developing at the moment, but it's gonna become invalid if we see any daily candle close below $1,790. Below that level, it's gonna become invalid. Above that level, there is a little chance that we could see something, positive for the bulls, okay? Let's move on. Just gonna have a sip of water. Hold on. All right, let's move on. Aptos. Chat, watch, and listen, and learn, okay? So, what happened with Aptos? We hit resistance. This is the thing, guys. Yes, we broke above the wedge. Okay? But if it's at resistance, one should maybe be a bit cautious, okay? Like, I always repeat this, like, resistance is resistance, support is support. Like, be smart, and look at things 2 or 3 times. This is not financial advice. You're free to buy. If you want to buy at resistance, it's up to you. But I'm just saying, there's a reason why I talk about resistance and support levels, right? So, if you see it's at resistance, okay, good. Even if Aptos is looking fine, and okay, but resistance are not levels that one should jump into unless maybe you see a breakout of the resistance, okay? You see a breakout from the resistance, right? To the upside. Then maybe a retest of that resistance, as support. So, you see that R flipping to S, right? And then it's okay. Not R flipping to S. I mean S flipping to, actually R flipping to S, okay? Then it's fine. But when it's at resistance, you wait for that pullback. You see if, well, I'd see if this would hold. Old supply line would hold if some demand would come in. But if no demand comes in, and then this, remember, This support also broke on the hourly, so one didn't have to wait, for, I don't know, a daily or for hourly, like no need. This hourly, kind of failed to hold. Literally, the moment we broke below it, guys, it was straight down, okay? Straight down to that next, daily support level. And at the daily support level, we are seeing a bit more, some better action, okay? Some better action. There's some positive, momentum on the oscillator. Well, not positive momentum. I mean, positive divergence on the oscillator. So not bad, not bad. There is sell pressure, okay? Negative momentum on the oscillators, okay? But we got some positive divergence developing at the moment. It's only gonna become invalid if we see a close below 7.9-ish dollars, then we forget about it. Until then, there is some positive divergence developing. You never know. Like altcoins, crypto market and everything, might have pushed down a bit more because yesterday things were looking a bit suspicious, right? Especially BNB. I've never felt so. It's been a while. I felt that it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So I was a bit suspicious yesterday when it came to a few things, but I wanted to give it a bit more time. And yeah, like I don't have any inside info. I didn't know what was going on, fundamentally. I didn't know what was going on, but apparently some people knew. So some people were already dumping, but luckily we can do TA. Like we talked TA, so we saw what was going on with BNB yesterday. Same thing with the Bitcoin a little bit, same thing with the, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, either Cardano or maybe not Cardano, maybe it was Core, right? So a lot of these altcoins were just looking like the bears were stepping in, and then Bitcoin was looking a bit more suspicious, right? And Aptos, we were at resistance, okay? So that's your TA for Aptos. Looking at the hourly, yeah, look, oversold. We were close to oversold territories. Last time we were this low, it was in May 2023. I mean, May 23rd. So, okay, guys, the way Aptos is looking, if we can see a close above, the tops and the bottoms of the yellow boxes are very important, okay? So if we see a close above 8.26, right? Then we can come all the way to these levels, okay? Try to retest this area around 8.67, 8.8-ish. That is if we can see a close above 8.26, okay? An hourly candle close works. We don't have to wait for a 4 hourly. So hourly candle, good enough, good enough. Let's see now. So that's Aptos. Let's move on. Let me just take notes of what I'm looking at. Like, yeah, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy managing a whole stream. So hold on. Okay, so we've done Aptos, right? We've done Bitcoin. We've gone through BNB. We've gone through Ethereum. Okay, let's head over and have a look at Cardano, because Cardano is one of those, one of the coins that SEC decided to put like in their list, the list of who we are gonna go after next, right? So Cardano is one of them, and even though Cardano was looking so much better yesterday, that was yesterday, guys. That was yesterday, because look, it was looking fine. It was looking fine, but because I did say yesterday that I wasn't expecting this actually from Cardano, but not this candle. I mean this, that the bulls were stepping in, because if you think about it, we are in a bear flag. It's just that it's been holding support like a king until it didn't. Okay, now, so this SEC thing, it's also kind of, you know, infected Cardano as well. Okay, infected literally. So daily, prior daily candle closed, you know, pretty much favoring the bears. And we do have, strange enough, we do have some nice divergence. Okay, this is weird. We do have some positive divergence for Cardano at the moment. But if you ask me personally, I don't think, like, bears do not look exhausted, guys. Bears do not look exhausted at the moment, okay? MACD is bearish, negative momentum on the oscillators. 4 hourly MACD is bearish. RSI is let's see. Yeah, it's weak. Sell pressure was here. I don't see any signs of hope. Like, this is most likely to come down, you know, a bit more. Look, the bulls are doing their best at these levels, at this area right here. But looking at this, I'm like, this is not quite over yet. So now, in this live stream live, I'm gonna be hiding this one, right? Because it didn't get respected. We broke down below it, but not so strange. I mean, daily looks horrible at the moment, okay? So we'll see what happens. On top of that, there was some signs of negative divergence on Cardano, right? We already discussed that, right? From this point to this point. That's why I wanted Cardano to at least get above this level, so we had a chance, you know, to reach these levels and then just invalidate that negative divergence that was, you know, building. But that didn't happen, guys. That didn't happen, okay? All right, let's move on. I can have a look at the hourly just a bit more closer, but I don't see anything special. There is nothing special. Oversold. That's something. For hourly, just keep in mind, it's not looking that good. Okay, let's move on, guys. This is the thing. If Bitcoin, you know, decide, at the same time, we have to, you know, think of different scenarios, right? If Bitcoin decides, well, if bulls decide that they're gonna be stepping in around these levels, if that happens, some altcoins might do a bit better. Problem is altcoins that the SEC is, you know, going after might not do that well. Okay, they might be in a bit of a trouble until things, you know, clear up. Okay, now let's have a look at Solana. Whoa. Yeah, well, resistance got tapped, and for those who bought resistance, I guess you like taking risks, or you're not listening, okay? You're not learning, you're not taking things with you. So look at this, look at Solana. R1 daily time frame tapped, pullback. Now we are at support. Like, things, T is still being respected, and the bulls and the bears are like fighting. It's a fight. There's a fight going on Solana at the moment. And I just saw this. Hold on. I'm not done. Hold on. We're actually close to that level, you know, old supply, old support. And I almost tapped it. Okay, this is around 18.7. We came as low as 18.9. Okay, so yeah, Solana resistance, support. We'll see what happens if this fails. Next support would be around these levels, 18.3. somewhere between 18.3 to 17.6. What else can we take out? Positive momentum on the oscillators, really, still. I mean, MACD is fine. Histogram, positive. RSI is okay-ish. No signs of any positive divergence on the daily. For hourly, let's see now. Well, there is some signs of some positive divergence on Solana, okay? That is developing. It's gonna become invalid if we see a close below $19, 19.2. If that happens, forget it, because then we might, come back lower, okay? But if it manages to hold, you see this wick right here? To the upside, there is something is trying to happen, but looking at the daily, if you ask me who's in control, looking at things, it's pretty much the bears, guys. We'll see. If we can hold above this long-term moving average, no daily candle close, below the long-term moving average, fine, there could be a chance. If not, I guess this could take a bit more turn to the downside, okay? Right, let's move on. Chat, how are you doing? What's going on? Like, I'm pretty tired, guys. It's been a long day. I have my mother that's also, visiting, so I've been spending some time with her and so on and so forth. And yeah, but I came here just to show you guys what's going on, do some TA. Now we're done with Solana. Awesome. Let's move on. Of course, Hex 3% up. Like, can it just not die? Just die and get done with. Like, I don't know why it's still alive. Like, strange stuff, strange things. Yeah, not gonna have a look at Zen that much, but you know how I used to tell you guys that every time Bitcoin, decides to take a leg down, then Zen usually goes up. It's happened quite a few times, right? Prior weekly candle close for Zen was beautiful. Let's have a look at the daily. We are at support levels. We're still holding this support level. Do I see anything interesting telling us that the bears are completely gone? Not quite yet on the daily, really. MACD is bullish, positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is fine. There's some positive divergence on the oscillators. Maybe I could see something on the 4-hourly. Okay, guys. As long as we're holding this one, and if we can see a close above, being conservative here, above 1696, then let me draw it for you. If we can see a close, there is a few resistance levels, when it comes to Zen, but if we can see, hold on, okay, if we can see a close before Ali close above this level, next resistance would be around these areas, guys. Like, this is what I see right here. Okay, funny that it's by the midterm moving average, because on my other charts, the other screens, I do not have the moving averages. Like, so it kind of aligns with the resistance level that I see, which is telling, right? Okay, so second one here. First one here. Awesome. Okay, cool. I guess we're done with this one for now. I could talk about the next resistance and next resistance, but I don't see a real point with it. Let's get above this area at least first, okay? And then we got another resistance around 2000-ish, and I don't mean 2000 literally. I mean 0.000002000. Okay, a lot of O's. But after that, really major resistance is still here. That hasn't changed, okay? Things are gonna be interesting if we see a close above this level, because then there's a high chance that we could see something like this, like 23% up, 25% up, even 35% up, okay? So yeah, that's Zen. This looks to be some type of... hold on. Yep, it is kind of breaking out at the moment. Not the most, not a perfect trend line, but just wanted to give you an idea of what I see, right? So yeah, Zen is looking a bit, looks like it's gaining a bit of momentum at the moment, right? We'll see if it's actually a real, real momentum and not just, something fake. Interesting, Zen. This has happened quite a few times, guys. When Bitcoin just has a leg down, just head over to Zen and see what's going on, okay? Just head over and see what's going on. By the looks of things, looks like this resistance, it could test this resistance again, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, so we've done Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zen, Cardano, BNB, Aptos, Solana. Let's head over to Ripple. At resistance, what do we do? when it's at resistance, well, what do? I don't ape in, right? And we are at this, major support level, right? But this old, support that held is kind of acting as some type of a resistance. Instead of getting it, saying it in a complicated way, I could just make it short for you. Price fell below short-term moving average, and what's going on right now? Short-term moving average is acting as resistance. Simple, okay? So oscillators on the daily, and what's going on the daily? Let's see. Okay, so interesting. Still positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bullish, but it is curling downwards, right? RSI, yeah, look, this is the problem. That negative, divergence kind of played out. If we would have seen a close for Ripple above 0.57, different story. But negative divergence played out. This, could pull back a bit. Kind of, tapped this old resistance, right? And pulled back up. But it could come back down to these levels now. If we see even a 4-hourly candle close below 0.4756, guys, there is a high chance that we can come to 0.45, 0.44, a high chance, okay? If that happens. See now, yeah, I mean, all in all, it's still looking fine. I wonder, yeah, this is the thing. If you think about it, those tokens that, like follow, everything that the SEC wants them to follow and whatnot. Let's say, for example, I don't know, there are some, tokens that are security tokens, and, they call them, security tokens. They're utility, like they have utility, behind them, but they are security tokens at the same time. They might do well. I don't know, like they might do well. There's a chance, because things are changing, like in the crypto space. Now, this is how it's looking. This is my opinion, by the way, not financial advice, okay? Those who do things accordingly, okay? Accordingly when it comes to the regulators and so on, they might be in the safe side at the moment. They might be in the safe side. But those that are not, they might be in a bit of a trouble. The problem with the SEC at the moment, it feels like they are just, choosing whatever coin, whatever thing. Like they don't have any, how can I say this the best way? I mean, there is no ground, there is no base to what they're saying. Do you get what I mean? There is no ground, really. I mean, one day they call it a security, the other day it's not a security. One day, Bitcoin, like all I'm thinking is, thank God they said that Bitcoin is not a security, so all good, right? But they flip-flop like I don't know what, like they're like a flag. They just, yeah. Strange. But Ethereum, anyway, Ripple, anyways, it's still fine above this level, 0.5017, still fine below that level. Yeah, I'd be a bit more cautious, right? On the 4-hourly, there is some nice positive divergence that is developing at the same time. I see that the bulls are fighting with the bears, so that's also something, okay? So we'll see what happens. What else? Like, look guys, if we can see any candle, like 4-hourly time frame, a close above this level, doesn't necessarily have to be 4-hourly, could work with an hourly, but 4-hourly even better. Then there is a high chance that we can come back to these levels, 0.53 to 0.54-ish. a higher chance. Until that happens, let's like, I'm gonna be on the sidelines and just see what happens, because we are between two critical levels at the moment. Okay, this 0.5135 and this 0.5 level. Okay, all right. On the 4 hourly, still negative momentum on the oscillators, MACD is bearish, so on and so forth. On the hourly, pretty much the same. Negative momentum on the oscillators also. Do we have any positive divergence? Let's see. Yeah. We got some positive divergence on the hourly as well. But any hourly candle close, look at this. Just notice the strength. Notice how the bulls are not gone when it comes to Ripple. They're still here, okay? Look at the wicks. They refuse to see Ripple close below this level, guys. 0.5 level. They are fighting, like, we gotta give it to them. They are fighting hard to keep it up. And right now it's up. So if it holds, it could turn out to be some, a level of interest. Who knows? If it doesn't hold, yeah, like I explained earlier, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, we're done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zen, Cardano, BNB, Solana, Ripple, Aptos. Let's do some more. Sakir, welcome to the show. Glad you found it. Thoughts on Chainlink? We can have a look at Chainlink. So it's Link USDT. I think I had a look at it a week ago, but I don't remember anymore. Okay, so Chainlink. Which time frame? Which time frame? Yeah, you're most welcome. Which time frame is it that you are interested in, Sakir? Is it daily, 4 hourly? So I can, focus on that. And if it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna do my own thing. So it's looking, look, bears are in control. Simple. When I say like bears are in control, bears are in control. Bears are in control, but we are at support. All right, Sakir. So daily is important. We'll have a look. Fast glance. Weekly. Wow. Look, guys. You remember the support? There was some demand. There was demand. We were holding above critical levels. 6.4. What happened? Broke down. And now on the weekly, we are actually at weekly support. But if I see any weekly candle close below 5.9, we could go a bit lower, guys. Okay. Now let's have a look at the daily. Bears still look in control. I mean, guys, hold on. So negative momentum on the oscillators. Okay. Do we have any positive divergence? Yeah, we do. There is some positive divergence developing, but it doesn't mean it can't go lower. That's what you have to understand. There is some positive divergence developing, but it doesn't mean it can't go lower because bears are in control. So that positive divergence, I don't feel like it's gonna be something relevant at this point of time because things are looking the way they are. Okay. Next resistance, if we see any 4 hourly candle close, also not just daily. So I don't have to wait for the daily. Any 4 hourly candle close below 5.9, 5.88. most likely that we come all the way down to 5.4, 5.5 at least, okay? And this on the 4-hourly. Daily, any close below this level right here, guys, then Chainlink is in trouble. Because, guys, look at this. If we can't hold above $4.7, especially on a weekly note, okay, just around between 4.7 to 5.1, we're talking about Chainlink around 3.3. Now, that might not happen, but we're talking about different scenarios. If we see a weekly candle close below this level, guys, it's not good for Link. It's really not good for Link if that happens. So keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind. So yeah, that's it. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly real fast. RSI is, if it continues like this, soon it's gonna turn out to be oversold, okay? MACD is bearish, histogram bearish, sell pressure is still here. Like, I don't see any signs of bears exhausted yet. When they do, it's gonna be good, but at the moment I don't see anything special, guys. Hourly, it is whatever. Like, look, main, daily, bears are still in control. So I hope that answered your question, Sakir. Yeah, we are at support, but by the looks of things, I'm not convinced this support is gonna hold at the moment. Just not convinced at all. I could be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong if it holds and then, you know, it gets back up above this level. But at the moment, I'm not convinced. I feel like looking at BNB, like we were looking at BNB before it fell down yesterday, right? Before the dump, before the news came out, we kind of saw that things were not looking good for BNB. Pretty much the same for Link. I don't know what's going on fundamentally, right? But TA wise, I'm just not vibing with this chart at the moment, okay? And Chainlink is one of those that, you know, one of those projects that is respected in the crypto space. And even with that, look at the way it's looking. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's have a look at ApeCoin because for some reason it's green. It's one of the few assets that's actually green right now while we are live. Secure, yes, and thank you. Most welcome. Which tokens do you feel have good prospects? Also, why do projects with good fundamentals struggle? I don't quite understand that. You see, Secure, the day you know why things in crypto are the way they are, let me know, because I always say that crypto is a very, very risky in general. Any market you're trading, any asset you're trading is risky. But then when you get into crypto, it's like 100 times, like 10 times riskier, right? So there is no good answer for that thing. Problem is, there's a lot of, you know, things with regulations and so on and so forth. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of uncertain, FUD, a lot of FUD when it comes to a lot of projects. You know, people are scared of a lot of things when it comes to crypto in general, okay? So that could be one reason. Another reason is every time, you know, for every year that passes by, I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you notice, Link, first year, second year, you know, it was doing well, right? All that momentum died out like a year later, 2 years later, it died out. And then that momentum just, you know, goes forward to the new projects that pop up, because the hype is around the new things. A lot of people do not talk about Link anymore, but when they do, there is something interesting going on fundamentally, because I can't say that Chainlink is a crappy project compared to many altcoins. It is kind of decent. I mean, I've never heard of very major red flags. Not yet, at least. Not yet, okay? Could come, but not yet. So, in short, the hype dies out. The hype dies out, you know, with these altcoins. Doesn't matter if it's Chainlink, doesn't matter if it's Cardano, whatever, okay? There are times where before and now a lot of people, you know, hype up about new projects, because that's what a lot of people talk about. Doesn't matter if it's STG, for example, or Aptos, or Optimism, or like many of those new altcoins, like the ones I just mentioned, have had much more movement when it comes to price compared to Link, even compared to Phantom. I mean, sure, it was an awesome setup when we, you know, saw it go from this level all the way here. Beautiful, just beautiful. But if you think about it, Phantom was around $3, okay? And now we hype when we see it, you know, go back up to $0.6, right? So the hype dies out, it goes forward to other coins. That's why one has to stay updated, see what's going on, you know, and not get stuck. If you're investing in things long term, and long term, you know, people think it's a year or so. No, long term is like, for me at least, it's like 5 years, 7 years. It's long term, it's fine. I guess it's fine, okay? That's a risk you take. That's a risk you take. It's your own decision. But shorter time frames, I'd keep myself up to date. So I don't get stuck in the wrong asset, right? Because that can happen sometimes. It happens to the best of us as well sometimes, right? So I don't want to get stuck. So I make sure that what I'm looking at is a good project, and I kind of do some research, you know, when it comes to the fundamental parts, but I do not focus, you know, on the fundamental parts alone. I look at the TA, I see if it's worth it, I see if there's momentum, I use different indicators, and then I go like, okay, this one is something I wanna look at, I wanna follow. And when I follow it, I see, you know, the things that I saw kind of being respected in some way. Then I make a decision, you know, if I wanna jump in, if I wanna buy, So I hope that was a good, you know, explanation, Sakir. So in short, you know, crypto space is crazy and hype dies out. New projects show up. Like every other day, there's a new project showing up, right? And then all those meme coins, unfortunately, they kind of ruin everything else, right? That makes sense. I'm new to crypto, to be honest. Put a lot of money in Chainlink at $9 and Solana right before the FTX crash at $40. Little concerned in the long run. Not sure how these projects will do. Yeah, I understand. I understand, Sakir. It's completely understand. Like, yeah, I understand. I also feel your pain. It's not fun to see, you know, things that one buys around $9 or whatever, and then when you see it go down, it's kind of bum. It's a bum, but there's one advice that I can give, not financial advice still, but one advice that all of you watching can always take with you and think of. Like, I think it's important, okay? Make sure that you have like some eggs spread in different baskets, okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket, number one. Number two, please, you do what you want at the end, but please do not buy high and then sell low. Like Chainlink, if you if you were in around $9, for example, secure, let's have a look. It's around $6 at the moment. I mean, it's not that horrible. At least you didn't buy it around 17 or 28. $9, there's still a decent chance it can come there. Like, eventually, one day, there is still a chance. Okay, we're not talking about, $20, whatever. We're talking about $9. And yeah, I can see it, come to these levels eventually. But it's gonna take its time. It's gonna take its time. Glad I made sense of that, because I understand, especially when you're new, you kind of get frustrated after, over things going on, and you try to understand things and you try to make sense out of it. But crypto, till this day, like, I try to give you the best answer I could, but till this day, there's a lot of things that doesn't make sense when it comes to crypto, for me at least. For example, Pepecoin doing like what, 34,000%, 64,000%, I don't know, but that's strange, right? I don't get the fact that people still ape in when they see coins like Bencoin, Davecoin, PsyOp, whatnot. When there are good projects, just like you said, good projects, maybe like Chainlink and I'm not shilling. By the way, I'm not shilling. I don't have anything to do with Chainlink. I'm not getting anything for this. I'm just, talking in general, okay? It makes you, doubt crypto, right? It makes you doubt, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. All right, optimism. We gotta have a look at this one. And by the way, guys, everybody watching, like, welcome to the show, all of you. And if you find the streams to be valuable and entertaining at the same time, and you're learning a thing or two, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, share with your friends, so on and so forth. It's a way to support the stream, and the stream is gonna, beat that algorithm and kind of, recommend it to other people if you guys like, especially like, and, hit that notification button so you guys are here for the live streams. Because like yesterday, if you missed that stream about BNB, when we did BNB, I don't know what to say. Like, it's not financial advice, but you maybe thought of a thing or two before maybe getting in on BNB, right? Okay, so optimism, guys. It had a goodish time. We hit resistance, we broke back down, right? Around these levels, it was looking okay, but then yesterday, this news that came out with the SEC, I mean, a lot of altcoins are... Look, the FUD kicked in. Just like I explained on Discord. For you guys, that are on Discord, FUD kicked in, but we are still at support, so we'll see what happens. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Wow. Please say there is some positive divergence, because if there is some positive divergence with the things that I'm seeing right now, hold on. Okay. RSI is weak, but there is some positive divergence, guys. We have some positive divergence on optimism on the 4-hourly. Now, daily, forget about it. Looks like bears pretty much in control. They don't look exhausted, but on the 4-hourly, it's a bit different, guys. We could come back all the way to 1.45, and yeah, it might sound, little and so on, but we're talking about 4 or 5%. Would you, like, I wouldn't complain I wouldn't be complaining if I'm making like 5% a day. Awesome, right? More than awesome. Like, we're talking about 5% a day. So we could come back to these levels, 1.458, 1.45-ish. That's 4% there, something like that. So not bad. But if we can see a 4-hourly candle close above 1.464, there's a decent chance we can come to this level. Let me draw it for you. Hold on. Optimism. This is like, you know, some sort of scalp trading that I'm talking about. So if this 4-hourly candle, if we see a 4-hourly candle close above this level, next resistance I'll be looking at is around these areas. Okay, simple, between 1.5 to 1.54. Easy and done. Let's have a look at the hourly as well. Yeah, even the hourly, I'm liking it. It's the only thing I hate right now on optimism is the daily time frame. Okay, and not, I don't even hate it, but I'm just saying, you know, for the bulls, not liking it, but for the bears, it's looking good. On the hourly, yeah, it's looking fine. I don't see anything that looks horrible, really. There is some signs of negative divergence, but God, if we can come at least to these levels, yeah, there's still a chance we can come to that 4-hourly resistance. Okay, so that's optimism. But daily looking like, yeah, I don't know, not convinced. If we consolidate at these levels and we see bulls stepping in, it could mean something, but let's give it time, because guys, look, this is some old major resistance that we are below at the moment. So it's super important for optimism to get back above this level, for this, you know, to kind of survive what's, you know, with everything that's going on, right? So that's optimism. You know, the resistance. And we're talking about shorter time frame, like shorter time frames. Like hypothetically, I'm talking about a scalp trade at the moment. Okay, not a swing trade, not a midterm trade, scalping. Okay, just to make it clear. Okay, let's move on. No, Sakir, I'm not from the US. I'm actually from Scandinavia. So I live in Scandinavia. I'm not, you know, European, but I'm. And yeah, like some people, like yesterday, I heard that I had a French accent. Like, I laughed, but yeah, I guess I have an accent, but some people do not think I do. Some people think I do. I think it's from person to person. How did you learn to read, understand all these graphs, like the divergence ones? How do you know which ones are useful? There are so many options. Practice. Years of experience, like years of experience. And this is a part of my life, simply. No, it's okay, Sakir. I mean, good questions is also good for other viewers, so you're more than welcome, okay, to ask questions. It's fine. So yeah, it's a lot of practice, a lot of years, a lot of reading, a lot of testing, back testing, a lot of many types of analysis, many types of indicators, you know, seeing what is better, what is not, understanding the TA in depth. I mean, everything from Western to Eastern, everything. Like, I like to test things, you know. If you don't practice, it's not gonna be like, it's not gonna be easier. So paper trades have played a major role for me in the beginning, especially, okay, because I had a friend, luckily I had a friend who kind of, you know, who always he used to say that, oh, Dana, you're intelligent, you're smart, so why don't you, you know, try to study this. And I was like, I don't think it's my thing. He was like, I believe you can do it. And he used to, well, he owned crypto way back already. So he was already, in the space, but he wasn't too much into TA. So suddenly I started learning and so on and so forth. And the more in depth I got into the space, because stocks and so on, that was something I was a bit more familiar with. But the crypto space, I had no idea what it was. So I got more into the TA when I wanted to understand what was going on with the market. And I noticed that, no shade on YouTube people, no shade at all, but way back when I used to see a lot of people, influencers, some influencers talk about crypto or talk about some assets on YouTube, I felt like most people were just hyping up people. Because I used to, for example, write setups that some influencers used to tell us. For example, if they said, oh, well, Bitcoin is looking good at 26.7, so, it's bullish from there. I used to write it down, and then I'd look at what happens the next day. I'd do my own research and see that, well, that didn't play out. So I realized that there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of nonsense in this space, on YouTube as well. There are a few that I respect. Like, I'm not saying those who talk nonsense are bad people. I'm just saying that they are not people that I respect when it comes to TA, okay? Maybe I would, be able to hang out with them, but I don't respect them when it comes to TA because they do a lot of hype and I'm not sure that they can do TA, okay? But some people actually can do TA and they're trying to do their best to share whatever they can. So that's how I got into all this, like a lot of practice, a lot of reading, a lot of research and years of experience. Like, if anybody tells you they learned to do TA in a professional way, okay, in a year, I wouldn't believe them because I know how much it took of me. I know how much energy, I know how much time I put into it. And not to brag, but I know I'm not, dumb either. So it takes time. It takes a lot of time, and hopefully if you follow the right people that can kind of give you a bit of a guidance, not advice necessarily on what to buy, because a lot of people just want signals, but that's not important, right? That's not important because you want to learn how to fish. You want to learn how to fish. You don't want to just eat and not know how to get some food on your own. You want to learn how to hunt. So if you're following the wrong people, if you're in the wrong space, you might end up, getting wrecked. And you also need to do your own decisions. I always beg people, I don't care if you feel like we've had good, good calls sometimes or good setups, hypothetical setups and so on. I still want you to do your research. Whatever I say, go and do your research and, just, ask yourself, okay, does this make sense? Is what Dana saying making any sense, or is she just talking? Does she know what she's talking about? Do your own research, replay the streams and see if some things have played out. That's one way to know if whatever space you are in is actually worth it or not, right? Sounds almost overwhelming. It is. I always tell some friends, close friends of mine, it's a never-ending journey when it comes to the educational part, when it comes to TA. Like, every day I feel like if I want to advance, I can advance. If I put time into advancing, I'm gonna advance. Simple as that. So yeah. But is it worth it? Yeah. TA is definitely a part of my life. Simple as that. can seriously not imagine myself not doing this in a few years. I can't. Yeah, it is 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Problem is, I would have loved to do this, you know, in a time that is better for me. Problem is that weekly candle close, daily candle close, and all that, it happens at 2 a.m. my time. So I have to be up because the closes, the daily candle closes, like they are important, okay? They are important. That kind of, you know, tells you where that kind of sets a tone for where the market is going. So yeah, guys, like, this is good. You're hyping up the stream. There are people watching, like, so you guys are also giving me energy, you know, to stay up. I'm drinking a lot of tea, a lot of, like, I'm trying to do my best to make sense of whatever is going on TA wise, right? But it's pretty late, but it's fun. It's fun. The TA is fun. Engaging with you guys is even better. So yeah, TA is a headache. It is a headache. It is difficult, but at the same time, it is fun. Exactly, secure. Exactly. Now you know why. Now you know why. It is after they close, or you know, the power hour, just 1 hour before the daily candle close. Most of the time there's a lot of movement, okay? All right. So let's see what we've gone through so far. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zen, Cardano, BNB, Solana, XRP, Aptos, and now we're gonna do, right, we also had a look at Link, almost forgot. By the way, guys, join the Discord. Let me know if the link is still working. I'm not sure if it is or not, okay? But you guys can just, you know, join the Discord. It's in the description below, and on top of that, for those who want to learn, for those who want to support the stream, for those, you know, who want to be on the Chart Striker Patreon VIP side, you got the Patreon link also in the video description. But please, do not subscribe, do not be a member in the, like, if you want to support the stream and so on, it's up to you. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, you're more than welcome, but for your own sake, please do, if one is to be a member, it's best to be a member in the beginning of the month, okay? The first day or second day of the month, so you can have the whole benefit of the membership, right? Because Patreon, every first of the month, they kind of renew your membership. It doesn't matter if you buy it in the middle of the month or last week of the month, they're still gonna renew it in the beginning of the month. So just making it aware, okay? Just making it aware so you guys know what's going on, all right? Sakir, you're very polite and friendly. Thanks for answering so many of basic questions. Highly appreciated. No, thank you. Like, I'm glad you find it useful, and I'm really glad you found your way here. Like, we have to be polite and friendly. Like, life is too short to be mad at people for no reason, right? So we have to be polite and friendly because, yeah, like, there's too much hate and rudeness and whatnot out there. So yeah, it was a nice conversation, Sakir. Thank you for the questions as well. All right, let's have a look at Cosmos, because this is one of the coins that SEC decided to go after for some reason. Like, they are too much. SEC is too much. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so they decided to go after Cosmos as well. Look, what a dump. I mean, wow. Look at this. Awesome. 9%. 9 to 10% in one day. In one day. Wow. Okay, so Cosmos. Bears in full control. Negative momentum. On the oscillators, MACD is bearish. RSI is weak. I mean, there is some, there is some signs of positive divergence trying to build, but I'm not gonna, let's take it with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna like put my 5 cents into that one. No, it's not looking that great, guys. So if we see any, if we see price between 9.7 to 9.4, not so shocking. We are close already to that level, okay? So if we pull back all the way down here, I'm not gonna be that shocked anymore. Because look at the sell pressure that came in a few hours ago, guys. Looking at the 4-hourly time frame, bears in full control also. We're not even oversold. We're not even oversold yet. So does this have room to continue a bit more down? Looks like it. Okay. We are at that, let me pull this, just stretch it out, right? We are at that 4-hourly support, just to remind you guys. But I don't know if this is gonna hold. I don't think so. Let's have a look at the hourly. Okay. This kind of looks like just consolidation. Either before we go down, we continue down, or we continue up. If we see any hourly candle close above 10.06, fine. Then we can come to these levels, okay, around 10.223 to, well, 10.223, simply around these levels, okay. Any hourly candle close or 4-hourly candle close above this area, then there's a decent chance that we can come, at least to 10.5-ish. So we're talking about how many percent in that case, if we see a close above this level, right, from here to here, merely 2%, something like that, right, from here to here, we're talking about 5%. But would I like rush into this one? No, me personally, no. Doesn't look like it's done. The bears are still here, guys, so we gotta give it time, right? I have a feeling BTC will drop very soon again. I got a feeling. Look, if it drops, like I mentioned last time, I said this yesterday because things were just looking a bit suspicious for Bitcoin, right? A bit suspicious. So if it drops, okay, fine, we can come to 24,880, around that $25,000. Fine, possible. What we do not want to see is a break below this channel, okay? Because then guys, we're talking about, let me just bring this one forward, hold on. From here to here, we're talking about $1,600. Okay, if we see it break below this level, that is very possible. If we compare it to this one, weekly that is, hold on. Bring this forward. So any close below this level that, like I was saying last time, let's just say between $1,600, to $2,000 is very possible. If things get nasty for Bitcoin, this bull flag is like a dead flag suddenly. Yeah. But then again, remember, when things look like this, sometimes we do tend to see a dead cat bounce, right? Which is possible. So I'd be cautious, guys. I'd be cautious because we are at that S2 daily time frame. Okay, we haven't tapped it. I believe we are gonna come down, you know, a bit lower to these levels. But at these levels, if we do not see that the bulls are starting to step in, I'm not gonna like it that much. Like for the bulls, I'm not gonna be liking it that much because 5 days, Bitcoin, you better hold above 25k. If it doesn't, guys, this 24.6, 24.5, I don't know if I'm gonna believe it, but the major support below this level around 24.5 is around 22,473, guys, right? 22.4. Believe it or not, this is possible. Okay, if things get nasty, yeah, it's possible. I think it will drop to, like you said, around mid to high 24k. Yeah, like there is a chance, there's still a chance, but we gotta see if this holds, if this 25k holds. And I'm actually surprised with all the FUD going on. It's holding pretty well. Looking at the candles, looking at the oscillators, like everything Eastern, Western kind of looking crappy. But if you think about it, it is kind of holding fine. We're still above 25k. Okay, guys, let's do a few more and then we'll call it a day. All right, let's have a look at H bar. It's been a while. Weekly candle close. Closed pretty crappy, right? There is no positive divergence, nothing like that at all. Negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI is nothing special going on. Daily, let's see now. Okay. Negative momentum on the oscillators as well. MACD is so and so. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you tell them, Sakir, you tell them, ask them, like, people are lurking and just, I think sometimes I can imagine people just, you know, got me on TV and so on, just listening to me at the same time. I can just imagine because I've had a few say that, that it's just, you know, fun to listen. So they're not, you know, in front of their, you know, computers and so on, or their mobiles. But yeah, you tell them, Sakir, you tell them, like, lurkers, get in, engage, because engagement is only good for us. You know, we learn from each other, and so on and so forth. So yeah, Hedera hash graph, one of those projects that was good once upon a time. This one was around 0.6. Okay, $0.6, and now if it continues like this, guys, we are back around 0.0377 ish, right, all the way down here. I don't know, it's not looking that good at the moment. Weekly, like I said, no positive divergence, still looking like favoring the bears more than anything else. Okay, daily, still favoring the bears more than anything else also. Like there is really a few signs that the bulls can do something at these levels, like very few signs, but I'll be a bit more confident about that if we can see a daily candle close at least above 0.05. If that happens, like change of polarity, okay, change of polarity right around this level, right, then yeah, first resistance right by this short-term moving average around 0.0540. Okay, so yeah, I guess we're talking 6-7% if I see a COP happen. Okay, cool. If not, then not. It is what it is, right? Yeah, I'm liking the... Oh, okay, that's 3 hours. I thought it was the 4 hours. I was about to say I'm liking it, but that was 3 hours. 4 hourly, looking okay-ish, I guess. Looking like beer's a bit exhausted. They're not gone, but a bit exhausted, okay? Which could probably take us to these levels. Funny enough, that daily resistance, change of polarity that I was talking about is actually the 4 hourly resistance. So I'm not gonna just, you know, draw anything here. Get the point. So yeah, some volume came in. I don't know if you guys see this, if it's clear enough, right? But you see, we got some volume coming in on the 4 hourly time frame. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. So yeah, that's H bar. H bar. God. Yeah, if we see any close below 0.044, 0.42-ish, lower we go, okay? I mean, most likely. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but most likely we go a bit lower, guys. So let's see. No, it's okay. It's okay. Usually, like, when they, like, when I see new people join in, then there are a lot of questions. But then when they start following the streams, the question, you know, the questions go on to Discord and we start chatting there. But then they get a better sense of how I think, of how I'm reading the TA. So the questions kind of minimize. Then they start doing their own TA, and they start, you know, coming up with other, you know, assets so we can have a look at together. So it starts, you know, becoming a bit more fun. So it's okay, Secure, like, no worries. Have you always done trading TC? Do you have like stats background? Well, really, if one day I'm gonna be talking about this so we can keep, you know, the flow of the show, but one day maybe with the, you know, the Discord community, like members on Discord, maybe I'm just gonna have a chat with you guys. You know, we can have like a conference call on Discord, like everybody who wants to join in can join in, and we can do some Q&A, like maybe for 40 minutes, something like that. So I'm gonna remember this question, Sakir. I promise you I'm gonna remember this question, okay? So when we do that, I'm definitely gonna get back to you and let you know, because that's an answer for a few minutes, okay? But I'm gonna remember it. I'm gonna actually write it down. So yeah, I understand. There's a lot of questions, and I'm glad. I love questions, guys. I love questions. But sometimes, because my answers are also long, because I want to make it clear for you guys, you know, and answer the best way I can, it could mess up the flow of the show for some people that just, you know, want to get into the TA. So I'm gonna take it with you. No worries, Sakir. Hopefully I'll see you on Discord and we can chat some more there. All right. Let's pick another one out. Guys, I'm gonna give you a free, you know, free hands, okay? So, any request, go ahead and let me know. You can have a look at any request, you know, any asset that you guys request, one more, and then we'll call it a show. Yeah, I'm glad you do, Secure. Awesome. Then I'll see you there. Yeah, I haven't had a look at Discord for a few hours now, so no idea. Yeah, I don't know what your name is on Discord, Sakir. It's not. Is it Suarez? Okay, guys, you got a minute, 2 minutes. Any requests, let me know. If not, I think we'll call it a show. I mean, we did quite a few today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 11, 12 assets, right? Oh, I have to get into, wait, hold on. I was about to forget this. Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, it makes sense. You're welcome. Okay, guys, we have to have a look at this one. How could I forget this? Equities, just let's see what's going on. You remember how I was just, torn with this one? I did tell you guys, now I'm stopped out, literally stopped out, because remember it was looking fine, and then just before, I think it was on the 31st of May, I did come out, guys, and tell you that, you know what, it looks like it doesn't want to go down. So if this was a trade, like let's say this was, a hypothetical trade setup for you guys, but for me an actual, setup. So I did tell you guys, any daily candle close above this level, it's gone, bye, okay? Now I was about to be stopped out, but since you guys know I'm always flexible, right? I'm always flexible, okay? So my stop loss is somewhere around $129-ish. So I was about to get stopped out, but still, funny enough, there's still no daily candle close above this level, okay? So I still have a chance, but I'm a bit suspicious right now. But at the same time, I'm telling myself, don't let emotions take over. Just like I tell you guys, we have to be rational and just, think of TA, right? Thing is, TA wise, Google looks like it's done for the moment, okay? We got some negative divergence on the daily. I mean, weekly, not looking that super delicious, right? It's looking okay, but not that good, okay? But on the daily, there's still so many signs that favor the bears more than anything else. Hence, I'm sticking to my ground, okay? So I'm sticking to my ground. I'm a bit flexible, with the stop loss. So you guys are aware, okay? Update. Because look, if one is wrong, I'll take it with a smile on my face. We're not robots. We're human beings, okay? And TA is not magic. TA helps you, minimize your risks. It helps you see, what could, come next. It helps you see potential exits, potential entries, levels. But it's not magic. I mean, even if you see a pattern, it doesn't mean it's always gonna play out. Simple. Okay, let's have a look at Nvidia just real fast. Because last time I did tell you guys, we tapped resistance, we pulled back a little bit, all right? Now, things are looking a bit strange for Nvidia. Look, this one, long term, Nvidia is gonna be okay. Long term, Nvidia is gonna be okay. Anybody who says, otherwise, please do come with a good argument, and then we can have a good discussion, okay? But long term, I mean, long term, we're talking about years and so whatnot. If it closes like this, because the moment I saw this, I was like, okay, Nvidia might actually have a good chance in continuing. But again, I'll leave you with this. In 6 months, guys, if I see Nvidia curl back down and I see a close below this level, $291, I'm washing my hands and I'm out, okay? I'm washing my hands and I'm out if that happens. We got 6 months to go. 6 months. We'll see if this just continues, because by the way things are looking, pretty bullish, okay? New all-time high. I mean, what else do you want? Daily, yeah. MACD still bullish and so on and so forth. Thing is, we are at that monthly second resistance, right? Hence we saw some action when we tapped it. Okay, yeah, it's kind of looking, yeah, fine-ish. Any close below this level on a daily, we'll see when the markets open. Any close below $375, right? Yeah, $375. It could pull back to these levels, that 350, 323, very possible. Just so you guys are aware, that is old resistance flipping to support in that case. Okay, if it holds, awesome. If it doesn't hold, yeah, we could come a bit lower to at least, you know, $300. Okay, Roku was looking awesome. The last time I told you guys I see something beautiful when it was at support, right? And now we are at resistance. So any close above $61, we go a bit higher, at least to 65-ish, you know, 69-ish. But we are at resistance at the moment, okay? We'll see what happens when markets open. Oscillators are fine. MACD is bullish. RSI is in good territories, you know, that favors the bulls more than anything else. But that negative divergence, that's, you know, playing out while we are at, well, not playing out, developing while we are at resistance is kind of it's kind of making me want to wait, you know, just a day or two just to see what's gonna happen, right? Let me have a look at the other settings with the moving averages that I have. Hold on, Roku, where is it? Here. Okay, then we do this. Okay, I lost it. Roku. Yeah, there is a chance we fall back down, because if I don't see a close, you know, by tomorrow or after tomorrow above this level, there is a chance that we could, you know, fall back down, guys. This is some sort of a resistance. After this though, next resistance that I'm looking at is around these levels. Yeah, 64.5-ish to 66.44-ish. Okay, if we can see a close above this area, yeah. Otherwise, first support that I'm seeing on the daily is around, let me just make double triple sure. Gotta zoom in. Actually, I can have a look at the other screen. Hold on. Yeah, 58.65. After that one, next is around 56. After that one, right here. Simple. Okay, so we've done a few more, even better. So that's good. Sakir, I need to watch more of your stuff to get a better understanding. Yeah, please do, because I think that's gonna help you understand the way I think, and it makes it easier, you know, to understand what I'm saying when I'm live as well. So please do. That's a good idea. I have to be off. Have a great night, and thanks for the positive stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for like engaging and all that, Sakir, and everybody else as well. I'm glad you made it to the stream. I'm glad you were here yesterday for the stream as well. Before all the FUD broke out, we saw that TA was trying to tell us something might be up, okay? So guys, with that, thank you for all the love, the support, the likes, and the contributions. Like, I'm super grateful. And keep on hitting that like, subscribing, smashing that bell button to be notified in time for the next one. And until next time, guys, stay safe out there and take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.